Unit 4, Lesson A.
What you need to know. You can see them in the city streets every day. Homeless people, young and old. Sometimes they try to sell you a newspaper. Sometimes they just ask for money. Do you ever wonder what it is like to have no money, no job, and no home? You are going to listen to a few fragments from a book about being homeless. The writer was homeless for some years. He lived in Paris and London in the 1920s. His name was George Orwell. Real name, Eric Blair.
You find out what it is like to be hungry. With only bread and margarine in your belly, you go out and look into the shop windows. Everywhere is food in enormous piles. Whole pigs, baskets full of hot bread, great yellow blocks of butter, lovely sausages, piles of potatoes, big cheeses. You feel very sorry for yourself seeing so much food. You want to take a piece of bread and run, swallowing it before they get you. But you don't do it, only because you are afraid. You get bored when you're poor. You have nothing to do, and you are underfed and can interest yourself in nothing. For half a day at a time you lie on your bed doing nothing at all. Only food could get you on your feet again. Thousands of people in Paris live this life. At 10 o'clock an officer marched round the hall blowing a whistle. Everyone got up. "What's this for?" I asked. "That means you have to go to bed." As sheep, all 200 men went to bed. The room was large, with 60 or 70 beds in it. They were clean, but very small and very close together, so that you breathed straight into your neighbour's face. 2 officers slept in the room to see that there was no smoking and no talking after lights out. There was a man near us who had a nervous tic. You never knew when it was coming. He would suddenly cry out, "Pip!" Things like that show you why it is so difficult to sleep well with so many people in one room. Walking everywhere made me slow. I seemed to miss every job by half an hour. One time I almost got a job, but at the last moment they gave it to someone else. Once I saw an advert asking for help at a circus. You had to carry things and clean up, and during the show let a lion jump through your legs. When I got to the place, I found about 50 men already waiting. Another time I arrived at 4:30 in the morning at a place where I hoped to find a job. I asked a man for work. "You're strong, eh?" he said. "Very strong," I said. "Okay, let me see that you can lift that." It was an enormous basket full of potatoes. I took hold of it, but I could not even move it. The man watched me, then shrugged his shoulders and turned away. Later I looked back and saw 4 men lifting the basket. The man had seen that I was no use, and this was his way to make me go away.